Namaskara, dear aspirants. I am PV Bhairappa, a native of Padavanalli village, Kolar district and Karnataka. First, I was a primary school teacher, later became aspirant of civil services, then a mentor, now a civil servant. Over the years, I have cleared more than 36 competitive exams, including 2 times KPSC rank, 2 times UPSC rank. But my best satisfaction comes from helping aspirants in clearing their exams or meeting their guidance. Nowadays, many aspirants are approaching me for personal guidance or mentoring, but due to time constraint, I am unable to cater this. So I thought of doing something and created this environment book through which something I can do for the civil service aspirants. This book is just like a teacher. I just give you a glance through special features of this book, can mentor you and can be interactive with aspirants. Firstly, color coding system. Here, pink with star mark indicates that fact has been already asked in one or other exam. If it is a plain pink, it is a futuristic question, means high probability of being asked. If it is a green, these are good zones of being asked. So this indicates that while aspirant reading a book or a content, he will come to know that. So what has been asked, how much depth has been asked, in what dimension the question has come, in what dimension the question may come in future. So all these guidance has been given in this system. Next one is flag fold feature. Here, in many pages and in alternative pages at least, one special feature has been given, that is flag fold feature. Here, red flags indicates that whether this concept has been already asked or it is high probability of being asked in many materials. So what the UPSC has been asked so far, it has only been incited. But in this book, what may ask in future in UPSC? Actually, UPSC 98% will not repeat the questions which have been already asked. And the concepts, even they if ask same concept, they will go deep into that concept. So keeping in these things in mind, and UPSC always focus on current affairs and static. Both parts they will intervene within the question. So keeping all these things in mind, in this book, many concepts which have not been asked so far in UPSC or state PSC, all those things have been highlighted and red flags also have been given for making understanding. Actually, if a new aspirant is there, he will come to know that, oh, which type question may come in future. So it is really difficult to predict UPSC, but it is only difficult, it is not impossible one. That's why we have predicted something through red flags, and I have given instructions to the aspirants why they have to read that concept through these red flags. Next one, here actually some concepts, they mostly go on current affairs. That's why for dynamic topics, like for example, if you take Ramsar sites. Now, today Ramsar sites number is 91, tomorrow some may come. Nowadays UPSC is what is doing? They are inserting facts and concepts both in one question and they are asking. So you have to be careful for the static also and for the current affairs also, you have to read both. Those type of dynamic topics have been given with QR code, and earlier they were asking questions mainly from down to earth and Hindu. I'm telling for environment aspect. Nowadays they have moved to economic times also. So that's why we are looking at all those things and we are following the trend. And for those dynamic topics, I'm including current affairs also within this book. Next, concept clarity first. Conceptual clarity. See, in UPSC, what happens, 90% of the topics which will be asked in the exam will be known to the serious aspirant. But nobody will be able to score more than 90 questions, more than 60 questions itself. Some student is scoring more than 140, means 70 questions and all. It is very, very good score. But why even after knowing 90 questions, it is difficult to answer? Conceptual clarity. When we read many concepts, while we reading, we understood that, so have read all the dimensions of that concept. But when we see the different question, then we will come to know that, oh, this dimension also is there for this concept. I have taken care for many concepts, many dimensions in this book. So it will give you more conceptual clarity. So for that exam, for this example, you can refer many concepts which have been already asked in exams, like ecotone, niche. For those things, only they have asked concept, they may ask further depth questions. Those things and those instructions have been inserted in this book. Next thing, if you are preparing for, even some people will be preparing for state service and UPSC hand in hand. But For them, state-wise notes may not be available. But in this book, even though it is UPSC book, it can serve you from Group C exam to UPSC exams because it has facts, it has static content, it has futuristic content, it has some research content. So all those aspects have been intervened in this. So I told now, if you are preparing for state exams, I have given here one page in the last page of the book. In that page, state-wise QR codes have been provided. If you scan this QR code, you will get this page. In this page, if you click on this link, you will get PDF notes of that state. So that if you take one book, so you will get the state exam notes also within this book. You need not to purchase for another book, or you need not to worry about the state PSC exam also, for this subject at least. Next, 90% of the concepts, many people will not be able to answer many questions because one is conceptual clarity. But see, I have huge experience in these competitive exams, and I have given 5 interviews actually. In those 5 interviews, my prelim score, average prelim score is more than 130. Even though I scored more than 130, and using my experience and my friends' interaction, I am telling this truth. Many people who are scoring more than 120, they are not knowing, means 120 score means they have to correct after negative 60 questions out of 100. Even though I am scoring more than 130, frankly, I will not be knowing 65 questions. In that, negative will also go means I might have corrected 70 questions. But we will be knowing only 35 to 40. Other 20 questions, how we will do? We use some smart techniques. So those techniques also I have given in this book actually. That type of techniques. Those techniques, both sides, 2 sides. One is from the angle of reading. While we reading itself, say for example, some bird species are being asked me. If tern, lark, swift, hawk, kite, these type of names comes means those are birds. So likewise, and for memory tricks also. See, tricks are very personal, highly personal. I am telling from this, from reading side. These tricks are from reading side. Other tricks are there from answering side. Here I have given some tricks also for you. How we are scoring more than 65 questions. Means, suppose if you take this question, for example, this is previous year question. Here, 2 stages are there. One stage is every year, actually, regarding European Union, they are asking one question. Here I have mentioned in the book itself. So UPSC is regularly asking questions on major EU environmental initiative. If you have known this one, and if you are little smart enough, then you can, once you find this answer, the question, European Union is there means you can write it. You can actually opt it. But what is the probability of being correct? So it is below 50%. But second level smartness is there. What is that? If you compare all these organizations, European Union is there, World Bank is there, OECD is there, FAO is there. And it is a law, act. In nature, restoration, law or act. If something has been made as a law or act, some general sense if you use, there should be a parliament. FAO doesn't have parliament. World Bank doesn't have parliament. OECD doesn't have parliament. So European Union has a parliament. So in that sense also you can correct it. That is second level smartness. If you use this type of smartness, I have given some, actually these type of tricks and all those things I have given in this QR code itself, within the tricks QR code. And see, all the tricks and all the techniques I may not get in instance. But whenever I used to get, those also I will be uploading in this one. So this is how it interacts. And in some QR codes, if you go and scan, you will get, if you scan, you will get answers. And some, actually I am telling, if you want to crack prelims with good score, the main thing behind that one is, you have to practice a lot. For making some practice, I am giving here some questions in this book. And in future, we will upload more questions. Here, if you click on this link, you will get a test. There itself. For every part, you will get a test. If you answer this one, the report will come. Otherwise, if you give mail ID, for mail ID with solutions, report you will get. Otherwise, here itself you can get. So this type of feature also has been given. And apart from this, in page number 432 page, I have given one more link. There, even you can upload some content. So it is not like only teacher is doing. From crowdsourcing also I am taking content. So you can upload your content so that I can look at that. And otherwise, yourself you can provide to your friends some material, some content through that QR code. See, this is how it is so interactive and helpful for the students. More than 95% of the content which has been taken for this book is from the government sources like MOEF, EVS and UN organizations, and 5% content is from my experience. For example, nowadays UPSC is asking many facts within the concept, like only national park in the world to have 4 feline species. These are only facts actually. These all only facts have been taken from Tourism Department report and Ministry of Environment and Climate Change yearly, means annual report. Likewise, all the facts. This book has both facts and concepts. Both have been taken from authenticated source. Like even if you go on species information, the species information has been taken from Botanical Survey of India and IUCN. And the recent data only has been taken and updated.